shame. Girl picking wahala, this the trouble. Girl picking bubble, this the trouble. Mommy won't place me on, God don't vex. Anytime I pass him through, since they tense. After work, he say make I stay. Him get plan for increase me salary, take from Noah. Pure black dollar, he say he like the way I dey waka. This na wahala, the boss one falla. Me oh, this na wahala oh. If I say yes, if I say no.
Good evening and welcome to another series of Their Voice on Truth Radio on 103.9 FM with me, Nafisatu, Olayina, Deen. I want to say good evening again. February 6th, the International Day, the Zero Tolerance Day of FGM, and we did do this particular program today just to talk about female genital mutilation. And this now program will come to you every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. And this program, as usual, now for talk about woman business, girl picking business, issues that we get for deal with women then with regards to health, education, women in the corporate world, entrepreneurship, even women in the informal sector. Today we get two people them way don't they do big work on this female genital mutilation business. With me at the studio, we get F.A. Cole. F.A. Cole is an award-winning author, speaker, an advocate, an activist, and founder of the F.A. Cole Foundation. She's a survivor of female genital mutilation and other forms of sexual violence. They don't turn in pain into purpose, and now in the advocates globally for women, the healing and divine restoration. And all right, she's an author of books. And all right, this The Children Who Never Were, Distant Sunrise, and The Strength in a Pain to Forgive. And also with me at the studio, I get Asanatu Saw. She's the Advocacy and Communications Officer at Forum Against Harmful Practices. Forum Against Harmful Practices now organizations that would come together where then they sensitize people about female genital mutilation. And today, before we talk about female genital mutilation, I'll go on for taking a mind back to Khadija Balima Aliu. Ina be a survivor of female genital mutilation. And it gets a message for people them out there today. But for make this neutral and not one-sided, we also get press releases from, we get the National Sowe Council in this country, and we get the Sierra Leone Women Are Free to Choose organization. And then people there then say, they never even refer to her as FGM. For them, it's discriminating. For them, it's degrading if you say female genital mutilation. They refer to it as bondo because they consider her a sacred culture. We will get the audio from Khadija. Now, Khadija survived FGM. It be don't old now, a little bit above 20 years. I think around 26 years when they initiated, and it was done forcefully. A case be go na the ECOWAS Court of Justice, and then the rules say what they do to her is a form of violence, and the government for gain justice. We will get a own message, then we will carry it out waiting. Sierra Leone Women Are Free to Choose, and the National Sowe Council then say regarding Khadija in case on bondo or FGM. We will get the vox pop now.
Nina Khadija Balima Aliu, a survivor, an FGM campaigner, and advocate for human rights abuse across the region and across the world. As we are fast approaching Zero Tolerance Day, I want to let everybody aware say FGM is a torture, FGM is a human rights abuse. So please make we raise awareness and let we teach and educate. We begin them, remind them with brothers and sisters the danger with FGM they cause. FGM they silent you. FGM they cause depression. FGM they cause trauma. FGM they limit you. FGM they shift you from your dream. And FGM not a bad thing. With society, no one for no say FGM bad. FGM bad in a way that it will take you from your loved one. FGM bad in the way that it will seize your freedom. A lot of people, the way they see they walk around You think say they get freedom inside and not get freedom, they die because of depression, trauma. So please and please, this time your small voice where I the add for tell with people in Sierra Leone and across the region say FGM is bad and we for stop and we for stop now. ECOWAS say FGM na human rights abuse and torture and a degrading human abuse. So please and please, let we educate we self, we community, we household. Let we know say FGM bad. FGM they kill. FGM they kill and they kill silently. So now the voice for the voiceless, the voice of the survivor. Khadijatu Balima Aliyu say so.
Welcome back. That's not the voice of Khadija Balima Aliyu. In case not an isolated one, because purposeful, the Forum Against Harmful Practices, them held a press conference when it shared story publicly for the first time and a day around social media, videos, audios of Khadija. Khadija was forcefully initiated. Then he say he go through torture, and even the case, he win the case against the government of Sierra Leone when he take him to the ECOWAS court, and then be fined the government of Sierra Leone for GAM and compensation. And also, they refer to FGM as a form of torture, and they say now human rights abuse. But we get the Sierra Leone Women Are Free to Choose. We get the National Sowe Council. When Parliament pull a press release, say they not criminalize FGM in the country, they not impose any fine on anybody where they do harm. Them pull a press release saying them glad for waiting Parliament do, and they glad for them paramount chief then at the Parliament because they want for uphold tradition and they want to make for them. You going through FGM is a rite of passage, and for them it's. Then say like now we identity for the Sierra Leone Women Are Free to Choose, whether you are 18 or as far as you're concerned. Then they take and say they are circumcised, and for them now their identity, it's dignity for them. For them, FGM, they don't even want a female genital mutilation because for them it's discriminating and it's degrading. Then they call them bondo. They say now the lovely tradition and culture. Then we pull a press release and say. Then we welcome the ECOWAS court ruling where then we give for Khadija in case Sierra Leone do offend the government of Sierra Leone, no give justice to Khadija. Khadija was, treated inhumanely, then get degrading treatment. And then say they welcome the 11th hour ruling by the Community Court of Justice at ECOWAS. Then say this press release, the press release go to show now on the screen and series here from the Sierra Leone Women Are Free to Choose in July, where they say the basis and facts of which we understand the case will be fabricated according to them. They say not to something way na real the woman in case. Then say even where ECOWAS don't pull the ruling, don't give out a ruling on the case, the woman don't win the case, then police press and say the court take this decision because then we want for make the president impose a fine, a ban on FGM, and then get again another press release with them because after this press release, the bill within a parliament, the president will be sent to the bill it. Because a particular provision really will criminalize FGM, but them vote against them and remove them. So the president signed a bill into law, and then pull again another press release in October last year, where they say, then glad for what the president do. Then glad way the president not listen to people the way want to make them criminalize FGM, want to make them ban FGM. For them it's the Sierra Leonean woman identity in our culture. So we don't get both sides from the people here. Now we come to the conversation with the guests in the studio. Madam Efiko, welcome.
Thank you.
Mrs. Sasana, to welcome.
Thank you.
So, Madam Efe, I go on for make you share a bit about your experience with FGM. your personal experience as a survivor, what it was like.
Okay, how graphic can you get? Because nobody talk about my experience. I don't need beginning the watch. I know they tiptoe around the
You
topic.
can go
So
on.
can I get graphic or keep on PG? I don't know.
PG, PG.
PG. Okay. So of course, me mama na Korea, me mama na go bondo. The woman with me papa be married at the time, na in come up with the idea because even me papa, even though na mende, na be mende because he don't die, and not be even they think about that stuff. There. So I don't know why he even allow and work for persuade them for put people picking when they went not to young for put them through the Bondo society. And so I was 11 years of age. I'm not going to ever forget. This was over 40 years ago. And it was August 1st, 1984. And so then we go to this place. Now up Savage Street, now they the stupid Bondo Bush be there, then call the Kwayama. I don't even know what in that name. I don't know if na Fampa maybe. But I didn't care we go, me and my sister. We go, we not even sabi any of the women there will be there. So we'll get there, then just then we say, oh, then they go make we into women. Imagine, I was 11 and I haven't even gone to puberty. Yeah, not don't get me period, my chest flat, nothing. My sister was 13 because she's 2 years older, so we'll go then. Now my sister first. Because I think they do them by age in a chronological order. The oldest they go first to the last, and so they make we remove, we dress, we clothes. So if you tell me, say you did go teach me how to become a woman from they teach me then they go can you go put you bundle for teach you about womanhood. What's in taking me clothes off there for do with womanhood at age 11? So then the first question for una within support of bundle, the FGM part. So then do what in again for do with my sister, then come get me, then blindfold me, then tie me and bear me back. Imagine at 11 years of age, I didn't know what was going to happen. Then came you go the lemina grown, the stuff we call the bed of death. 4 women then, 2 on the left of me and 2 on the right, spread my legs wide open and pin me down. And then the I think I've been the way or whatnot, sit down on top of my chest and right there, dandy they even kill. Because you fat past this Pekin, you they go sit down on top the Pekin in chest. No say maybe even though that person they can go into cardiac arrest, they can get heart attack and die. So that's another thing. So as it begin for court, now begin for fate because nobody not tell us then they go do dandy to it. And at this I can tell people then where they say, okay, if it be the choice of the girl, okay, fine. But you they tell them exactly what in there for go happen to them, or you just they tell them the pantap one and then we then go now surprise. And so where they don't remove everything where they get for remove at Timap. But before that, I be they even fed. So I remember I pulled myself forward. Now I bet the woman in waist and that way they know say the woman self was naked. Demonic practice. Why are you naked? Why you sit down and tap me? FGM is not just human rights violation or physical or traumatic. It also not a sexual violation. And I'm a survivor of child sexual violence. I'm a survivor of rape. Wow. But all the other one, I don't remember those dates because I not give you permission for can touch me private part. I not consent to any of what thing they happen to me. And so people they know they even see that they as also a sexual violation. And so from that it is. So when they pull me up, I was covered in blood. I think that they made blood phobia start. I not want for see blood. Even if somebody gets a tiny cut, I did tell like for say like coat me body they rise, I like say I go pass out. So I know say we'll get another guess. So but the trauma was just that's something I could never forget. So maybe you could come back. I don't know.
Yeah, we will chip in on that again. Mr. Sanatu, the communications and advocacy officer, NAFAP. Are you work like?
Well, before FAP, my work is actually really hectic because sometimes you go face in face in contact with actual victims that have gone through FGM, and sometimes these not being FGM survivor myself, I don't relate. But you can. It just feels like you are in their place, because sometimes the scenario is so vivid. Like, you imagine the blood. I watched a video on this process, and I was like, wow, my eyes was filled with tears, because people were like, imagine they started with the older one, and imagine the old blade for you. You must react one kind of way, because you must defensive. It just uh, FGM is really something that really takes a toll when I talk about it, because imagine knife, blade, you cut person with them, even if they feel am. And also now a very, very sensitive part of the woman's organ, which is the clitoris. And you not just the cut off the clitoris, they cut off nerve endings with over thousands of nerve endings way connected to the clitoris, all in the sake of religion, or in the name of religion. And it's not even connected to religion, but people are trying to make it seem like it's religious. It's not religious. It's not a culture, by the way. So me interacting with people in the field that are actually being through the process of FGM is really, really heartbreaking sometimes. Imagine children from so for me, age of consent does not even matter, because being whether you're 1 year, whether you're 100, it's the same pain. Pain is pain. You don't tell someone how to react to pain, and there are people say you're overrating the thing. It's not overrated. Imagine 4 or 5 people, them small picking. Wow, sometimes it's really heartbreaking. Seriously.
So what are the challenges they wanna get? Like, I mean, make for understand during an interview with owner director, national director, Mr. Cole from the Forum Against Harmful Practices. Una get this thing una call yes to Bondo, no to cutting. What did that mean? Yes, now they say yes to Bondo, but una say no to cutting.
Well, because some people they try for relate the thing with religion, and they relate them back with tradition, and and culture as well. And we know say Bondo not FGM not with tradition. Bondo is actually a very beautiful culture to me, because when you actually go to the field, you see people they glad they then team song there, they welcome you. It's actually very good. Imagine they learn you how for be a woman, how for take care of many things as a woman. But it's the FGM part that we are against, the cutting. Because you no need for cut person for become a woman. It's not a tradition. You no need for that's not even transitioning to womanhood should not be that painful. It should not even be painful. It should be smooth, because it's womanhood. I mean, for cut person for tell us say you don't become woman. That does not even make sense. So we say yes to call Bondo, because we believe Bondo is the culture, the singing. We love the singing. We love the dance. We love everything. But it's the cutting that we're against. That we're saying yes to the Bondo, and we're saying no to FGM, because you don't have to be cut to transition to womanhood. It does not make sense, and it's not even relevant. So yeah.
Okay, so Madam Fa, I can say Madam Fa, right?
Just call me FA.
Fa, you within the FA Cole Foundation is this about this ending FGM campaign thing? I want to let you talk about but also I want to make you talk about your advocacy work, your activism work for this end FGM campaign.
Okay. So, like I said, I started talking for share my own story and for heal, because we don't go through trauma. For me, the best way, the first place for start, you healing, not to say for accept waiting then do to you, but being realistic. It's been done. You can't undo it. So if you begin for talk about time, you do realize it. The more you talk about time, even you don't need to talk to people, just to yourself. Or if you get a journal, and I can encourage survivors that we don't don't reach out, say, oh, how I could get better. Just start journaling your pain. It could be very difficult. It will bring back lots of unpleasant memories, but just keep going. And so with me, then they start the Ethical Foundation. The Ethical Foundation just started like 2016, and I done the talk since 2013. And waiting give me the courage for continue for talk. not because of the woman the way they reach out. Even man the way they reach out on behalf of the women.
Wow.
Not just Sierra Leoneans, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Senegal. Then they reach out via email. So I see your video on YouTube. My wife go through this. How we go get the surgery done? May not they pay for the surgery. Like I said, my foundation is really new. But there one organization, the Global Women Peace Foundation, we're a sister organization, and I sit on the board of directors. Now they pay for me on surgery. I not be even one for them, but out of curiosity, I say, you know what, make I go. And it's one of the best decisions I ever made. So my advocacy or activism in the US, I don't work with lawmakers for pass laws where they criminalize FGM. I testified in Congress for what was it? For the bill now in Virginia where they give then Kichi did want 25 to life. 25 to life in prison. And also in Maine, but Maine then still not get a law. So women then they suffer in silence. We make company women then they suffer in silence. And every time they can say, oh, thank you so much for speaking. I can't talk because then they're afraid for being ostracized. I've got nothing to fear. Now God sent me. If I die today, I don't do the work where God sent me. I know where I'm going. And also, I also get emboldened for do this because God say go. And when the Lord gives you an assignment, they just go put you in the jungle or in the midst of wolves and then left you. You're protected no matter what. I did get attacks, even spiritual attacks. I did get dreams, so then they come and say, you want to talk about Bondo? I write in my book, would they give something for write about? Do my always blade Nayan. For can put me Bondo back in my sleep, in my dream. And that's how the people they not believe say, or they not even know say, there's also a spiritual side of FGM. Most of una we don't go Bondo. If una can talk the truth, we don't care una go na bush. Not all now they do na go na hospital or na also because when they say that also na hospital. We don't care go na bush bang bang make I say bang bang. One way the commodity will bush devil. And every side where I don't go talk, then they say yes, natural. While they sleep, and they see somebody they can't sleep with me. If you say in natural, and when God say, tell them say, then they destroy me creation. Now God make me with a clitoris. It give me for a reason. And the book of 1 Corinthians 12:18. If you not believe me, una go read them. I don't read that scripture there so many times, but I think that last year God just give me another interpretation of it for make us see the body parts there. So if God will make me, we know what He create. So una way they cut dentin and they come out with clitoris una they left with traumatized. Una sabi past God. Now me question Dandy. Una know past God. God will make me with that. Una no pass. And the other thing, so many women we don't say, I know they go sleep until my man don't sleep because no one let touch me. That's how painful sex is. So the one they were there for fine, maybe they're okay. But so many women where they go through so much pain, but then they're afraid for come out and talk. And the Ethical Foundation, una reach out, everyone we don't send me email. I always do respond. And I they give them the how for go about them. Like some Sierra Leoneans, they don't even set up with the overseer. Don't even set up an appointment with the doctor we do me on. Because they reach out, I responded, and I give them the information. They don't reach out and then don't schedule the restorative surgeries. So for me, now then people then God send me to, and I got an email. I don't know where you get time. I can read them. She's in Elive, now the UK. I say, you see this interview on do na Truth Media. She's interested. I say, sex so painful for them. All in picking them way born na C-section.
Wow.
Because of FGM. Then people then they will say it's okay because it's okay for them. Then they make money off of it.
Wow. That's for swallow and they know easy, For make person they constantly feel pain when they engage in sex, when sex will be pleasurable. Myself don't get so many testimonies from different women that we want to interview personally. Maybe attend a particular conference when about eliminating FGM, and woman survivor then be the book and the program, and most of them be they describe it in it's gruesome, it's horrible, na so then say it's unlike, but although other people then say it's still tradition, it's still culture, then they say. Then other people then they say culture not for harm, culture not for hurt. Now I make a one like we talk about this rite of passage. How una can do this rite of passage? Because I will make for understand say now they get amount of picking the way then they put bondo, but they not they cut them, but they do all the necessary thing the way they can do, but no cutting.
Yes. So we touch on say no to FGM and yes to Bondo culture. No to FGM, yes to Bondo culture. So the alternative rite of passage ARP is us trying to preserve that part of our culture and doing away with the arm. So basically, we do everything in because people then try for put the cutting to we culture, and the cutting is not part of our culture. Me I not read any side where they say you need for be cut to transition into woman. You need to be you need the need for cutting for me you belong to society. You not tell well. So the alternative rite of passage, we FAP don't do over 7 alternative rite of passage across the district. Is basically allowing these girls to actually learn what's waiting there for land and do away with the harm. So alternative rite of passage, they make the people picking them go through all the necessary procedures them when at the learn culture because now they say the bondo bush now the woman that they get their own talk. I think they talk because outside man they know they na bondo bush and I did the woman they get in private conversation. But we they do away with the harm because the harm not belong to the culture. So that's the alternative rite of passage we FAP they do across the districts.
Or now they do the alternative for lay at least like for first for eliminate the cutting part. Now
Yes,
I'm interested.
because-
But what does a 6-year-old, 7-year-old get for do with me me wanting to become a woman? I for be woman at age 6. I for they play with baby. I for they play with tamati score.
Well, that's the thing.
You know, I for the
norm-
play. Not so for me they can tell me
Yeah.
say me na woman. I choose to get for cook for man. Not so that age.
Yeah,
day.
just like how they say, a 6-year-old has nothing to do with womanhood.
At
For
all.
picking for be picking, because we always they say let girls grow, not bleed. So this is what we're following. So not all picking them we they include in this alternative rite of passage.
Okay.
Now people them picking them we actually they say for go through alternative rite of passage we maybe 18 and above. Because alternative rite of passage, we know they include small people get nothing for do with womanhood. Imagine the hotel picking say for take care of husband at what age? You know, get nothing related. May buy ice cream for picky come. You say, mama don't carry ice cream, but you need go. Some people they actually invest in these things. Them imagine they put picking school for go join and bondo. Where at that age they if for sit down at school actually learn waiting for land made grow up for be the woman with potential but if they take her for go learn how for take care of man and make some waiting come out and now they bother again for like actually be picking because you don't go tell her waiting for be womanhood waiting out for be woman so you come you say me na big girl. So if you check the rate at which picking they get belly out just after they left the bondo the FGM initiation, it's actually high because some they preserve itself as in go say it go bondo in a virgin, but as in come out of the initiation, you say me na big man big yes, and truth be told, you know they go inside bondo, they go teach you how to take care of man, you come out, you see man, you know arrows or one kind or that. So for me it's actually bizarre. 5-year-old how it never makes sense for tell pikin say be picking for be picking. Imagine. And when you come up with it, you know to all kind way they talk to her again because you don't take as I mean a big woman. You need to talk to me all kind way. You don't go initiate her, you don't go tell her how for take care of man, how for take care of host. That does not concern a 5, 6 or even 10-year-old picking for be picking.
Yeah, so many NGO they were don't talk to then can relate FGM to early marriage then can say they
Yeah.
get a link
Yes.
because then you find out the way you don't go through this process as small as 11, 12 you don't go through this process then you dey begin think that way like a wife like I don't
course.
reach that age they like even with this consent thing yeah it's really not easy
Yeah.
and wasting heart like not to turn out too much like in the provinces I can tell like for una like
Wow.
now if una can go inside and they
Yeah.
una the type for raise awareness
So going in this district is a different case because the district they high prevalent because we can't have free to go to say at least free tongue when you talk you go see people they not go is them what you want way or same in Abuja you not go bodo. But upline, you actually they feel stigmatized because people you actually they feel bad if you not go bondo. Yes, because people stigmatize people that don't go to the bondo. Yeah, because you know Bodka. Oh man, don't you that word?
Yeah.
They tell us you know go bondo it. So like yeah. So in the province it's actually hard because people they try for relate this thing and the mere fact say they don't monetize them it's actually bizarre because how you go make money out of picking them for cut picking the clitoris it not even make sense and these are the cases we see when we go to monitoring when we actually do projects with people them online because we dey work all across the districts them with various organizations them so especially and I make the zero tolerance this year with the also and Kaila the most prevalent FGM prevalent district in Sierra Leone, where there's still even there's still they on FGM as Naden culture, and then very 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 intricate about that. You know they even talk and say when you talk you that they find you or you that you they pose some harm to you because to the case then go even one hurt you because then they take and say you want to spoil them business and now so they don't monetize them basically so the district they actually had for work with but FAP as an organization they try for find a way for reduce FGM in Sierra Leone so Sierra Leone don't sign most of the commit to most of treaties like the Maputo protocol where they sign but we don't actually get a law where they criminalize FGM which is the major challenge we they face. Because if they criminalize FGM, you go get something to work with tangible. But you not get something where they work with because they go meet us, you go tell you say na age of consent. And we they say you 18, you 50, you 40, you even 1 year old baby. What 1 year old baby get for do with womanhood? 1 year old baby. It's actually very, very, very heartbreaking, I swear. But that is why we're trying to reach out to people through this 6th February International Day of Zero Tolerance, where we host Nakailan for get a float parade where we the try for sensitize people because one way or another you must reach people them we actually be and people then they will actually hold this thing like business. So that's all.
Like if you buy like you want spoil meal start to eat kind of
Yes.
thing, right?
Seriously.
Wow, I not be ever know say people and they make
Business,
it's a
that's what I-
trade because like the way you talk it's like a trade for money for
Yeah.
do the ceremony the processes. Madam Effie, you mentioned a particular challenge but it was spiritual. Now the social challenges that we face when you advocate say bondo bondo or FGM to be neutral. It's a deeply rooted traditionalist country, deeply rooted. What are the challenges that we face, the social challenges that we face whenever you try to speak up, you try to raise awareness?
Well, not just the first of all, me like where I do interviews or I post stuff on YouTube. I know they go back and read the comments. Now I want I can do it. Now I want I can go back and read the comments then because if you did listen, and also we all know that the adage that says if you listen to the voice of the market, you won't buy anything, right? I mean, they stop for look at every dog with a bark. I know they come out of my dog. That's just a saying. So when I been first start, I used to, and I would get angry. And one day, me picking, he's 31. He said, "Mom, you have to stop looking at what people are saying. You have to stop it because if you continue, you're not going to do the work where God call you for do." So I've been called a white man's puppet. You know, they say, "Oh, una don't come on, una don't come on now, na country there, una don't go overseas." Then with money, I wish them be they pay me for tell me story. Really, I would be really wealthy by now. But I know they tell me story for make money. And they tell me story for sensitize, for educate. And now that, as I say, the Lord say go and speak, who am I not for listening to where you papa say go talk? Because it go pick up somebody else and do the tell him say go. And then when I die, I team up before God. Why? How I go give account? You say I gave you an assignment, you didn't do it. So many souls, and so I don't stop for read. I can, like I say, I can go and read and answer questions for some of the people. And I can always give out me email. You want for talk, send me an email. But what's the worst that could happen? You call me names and some people they say, not like in the license, they say, me I go bondo but they enjoy. And I want to talk about that because the person gave me an okay to share this. Now my big sister, Ion Paddy. I say,
hold on. I want to ask that the question being I want to ask next,
Okay.
but I want to ask that in a way where, thank you say woman them we go bondo, like people just on which you don't talk based on the email where you say you are read, you will mention say the person say they feel pain. And people then can say where woman go bondo, they feel pain when they get sex. Is that true? Now I ask. Then also, then say woman they wouldn't can go bondo too much. They know the like man business. Then they say the way we go bondo, the way we no go bondo. The way we no go bondo we get clitoris. In sweet past the way we no get and we go bondo. So I go and make you throw light on that.
Well, I can't tell. I haven't been with a woman, so
I understand. I understand.
I don't know.
Based on
Yeah. But waiting demanding they say.
exactly.
Yeah. They not say, well, for me, another year say the sweet past do man do not go. Then say they're more central and it's not a calorie burner. I talked to one boy from Senegal. They say we do try to be intimate with woman. We go through FGM. It's like a calorie burner. You can do all this work just for wake them body up, and we demand them back not understand the woman them body. That's an issue. Like my husband, where we meet, it not be one day every bobondo. So I tell him it's FGM. I say go research ethical, and then when you know about my story, if you still want to marry me, because not too black. I say if you still want to marry me, then yes, and it affects we self your marriage a bit. But me, I do the surgery. And yes, when I don't do the surgery, right now, if you look at me, you're not going to even know self then me put me bondo.
Wow.
Yes, because even me doctor, and the reason why I say that, my gynecologist, a new one, because that is the other thing also. We not like to go see doctors because it's traumatic all over again. Because the other looks completely different. And they become so insecure about your body. So yes, man they say yes. Woman then most of the man they say they don't want to go ever married. Woman we go bondo. We don't go through FGM. Let's say FGM not bondo. So they say that for the man and then they do am. But now the man and they say they don't want woman we don't go through FGM. So now for the man and they continue for do am. Now make they engage with boy picking them on Saturday because then they go school Friday. We they do a peace walk. Una left them future wives. Una the damage with future we picking them and the future wives of we boy picking them. And at this they make some of the man that we married to woman they would undergo FGM. This is not my words. This is not Papa God be even say so many broken homes. Because for example, this woman we say not to in one. They go sleep till a man don't sleep because let a man touch her. Not so married for day. Not to so married for day. You for enjoy intimacy. Even Mrs. F me your husband, but me with me, not because of the bundle, not because of the rape. He say anytime when we're about to be intimate, he say, oh please don't hurt me. They say, oh I'm not gonna hurt you, baby. I can say I know, but don't hurt me. That's how damaged I am. So you put the rape, you put the bundle, the FGM and all the other stuff together. I was one damaged person. But I just thank you. I go through counseling and then the surgery. Oh, now I can see also I just they see. But woman they will go through FGM, they not even feel anything. But me now after the surgery, I can see them meeting they talk to me. Seriously. So that they then take away from my sister them, from my mama them, from picking them where they come up. And not a bad thing for make your body talk to you. Now God make and that way there. So yes, the man them say yes, then go rather be with woman, we not go through FGM because like that woman with the UK, you get 3 picking there. It say a man they put extra work, and even that, read that today. I read the email. It say even at that, it's still not they enjoy sex. Oh, not good than they do people woman there. So I can tell people they say me or Papa pay for have me tortured for the rest of my life.
Wow.
So I don't know if I answer all your questions.
Yeah. Thank you very much. That's really, easy. To you, like,
Yeah.
who's me platform they wanna use for raise awareness? Let's say, for instance, we can at this particular zone, like how you say Kyla on a red zone.
Yeah.
It's a red zone.
Fact.
Then whose platform like how una can do for meet them people yeah. Where this nine and they do all in life, nine and know it's tradition, then say na culture. How una they can tell and say this una they do. It's barbaric because una can say it's structural, una can say it's a human rights violation, una can say it's degrading treatment. How una can do and bang for tell the so way them where this nine them born meets, they don't do unto them granny they don't do unto them mama, they don't do unto them then self they continue for do unto generations the way they come after. How una can how una can tell them say how una can interface with them. I can be like
Well, people already say in that culture, but why they demonetize them? Because then people they are the people same people they say in our culture we go meet say I mean like source of livelihood. Imagine if in our culture enough will be source of livelihood. So through FAP through the iShade project, FAP actually they create VSLAs for SOEs. Since then, because now the excuse that they say that be source of livelihood. So that's a way for bring them in. Say, okay, in a source of livelihood, we want to do away with the harm and make you left. So we dey create a source of livelihood way free from harm. Where you self go feel good, say because so when you dey cut picky, you go wonder say the picky sometimes go bleed na me and say die. So we they actually make VSLs for village savings and loan for sowers them. We actually go serve as a source of livelihood for the sowers them. And also Mrs. Colby had touched on the man them with the also involvement because they are direct victims as well, maybe indirect victims I may say, because then are the one they get for deal with we after they don't cut we. So we they bring them in through the husbands mother and husbands club wherein we they then they come and tell we waiting at the problems the way that they face with their wives that we even their sisters then because some don't lose sisters to this initiation, so they bring them in. So they say they don't want some they say you don't want we cut. Now first they say me now we cut I want to now because then he talk and say woman way no cut you touch a one it does start na machine but the one way don't cut you go touch her say now you go tell say okay me I don't tell her now because she is not reacting to what you are trying to bring, which is the intimacy. And woman, that is a very sensitive organ, the clitoris. It has a reason. Me I can say if it is scratch na infection, go menam. Not to need for cut am. If it is scratch, go sorry, go actually try for seek medical help. And sometimes, just like how you say, we know they go for medical checkup. Some of we they for go see doctor pass we actually they on deathbed. But for, as woman, if you go do checkup on a regular basis, because some infections you get up for public toilet and whatnot. But if you say now because of the need for go cut them, then it is scratch and for cut them, it's not really reasonable. If it is scratch, please the infection go one time and go try for seek medical help. Because not to something for go cut. The clitoris is actually where they cut them. They cut her with thousands of nerve endings. We get for do with the pleasure woman touch her one it don't start. But if you go cut waiting you go where they help her react or it actually a lubricant because it they help woman. And make boku they die through bath because then they actually help scan stretch where they cut them and they stretch. Now something where they spread, but scar where you cut in a stretch. So that's why most of we young women them where they go born they die. Because the thing way for help them actually they don't pull out. So because struggle, say lose blood, and at the end of the day they make out of the labor room. So this is not so them saying it's culture and monetizing it's actually not so like who they involve the males them with it the males them also na a link between we and the woman. Some woman they name it and direct they pass through corners like you say. So if man don't put law I also say you not go initiate in picking you don't learn them I make him find where the government how the male involvement strategy wherein male the man that also don't involved in this FGM, because then maybe that they suffer to because you don't picking, you dey take the money picking. Some man no know wetin they go do with it picking. Just they can tell and say, I dey go, you dey go join. You know wetin they go take from me picking. They count time and not to how you go can get. So who they involve the man, and if man don't put law na o say you need go to picking. Now male see who say they go to. So the men are also ways we use to to talk to women, because then are the people away then can say now then are the that they make decision at the home, na the homemakers. And so these are some of the ways we take to connect with people when we go to the actual field.
Okay, I don't see say like una use other people una use man them as helpers and like for make decision in our home whether or not them picking for gubundo, because they can say mostly na the woman they can get the
Yes.
the and then can cow down there why you and Tina yango cano more say for can go this for can this. The United Nations get a goal. The goal now for eliminate FGM by 2030. Like eliminate it. So una see improvement. I will start with Dr. Effie, snappy one, then we go to you.
Yes, improvement day. Although we need the main thing here is the laws that are not criminalizing FGM, because if they still talk about age of consent, then they help we fight all day on. But if there is a proper law that really criminalize FGM, that they make we work easy. Because if you go meet Pussy tell and say for court speaking right now, for court woman picking in bad, it go tell you say the government's in the age of consent, so we too for do. So right now we they say zero tolerance, whether it's 60, it's 40, it's 10 below, it's zero tolerance. So the proper laws that we know the challenges that we will face. If there are proper laws where they criminalize FGM, then it they make we work easy, because we they actually try for protect the kids them. But some people then I want go bondo because we come on, they go tell us they give one bag clothes, they go dress her, and it in back go one go, and some they know what thing they go back. Truth be told, don't hear stories like on a recent monitoring trip, we hear a story from a very young lady way in the school, but in best friend actually not a victim of this FGM. When come out just like they say, it go as a virgin, but when come out in the can say in don't turn big woman when come on a belly and right now in whole school don't well.
Wow.
Because it don't go sit down to man. So these are the issues if we
Okay.
for talk about.
Okay, a snappy one, Madam Effie. How you measure improvement by 2030? If you say FGM go down na salon or bondo go stop na salon?
No. Because first of all, yeah, don't get forget laws as my colleagues say, but education are the big thing, like up the provinces. Yeah, if we not educate, we mama them, the sow them, we auntie them, the papa them, we still they in favor of this practice. We're not gonna ever done. So what do you say by 2030? I'm like, no. You know how many Peking globally they don't cut while we sit on there? I think it's 3,000 a day. 3,000 girls are subjected to FGM a day. So years ago, now being 200 million estimated. Now it don't go up to 230 million. So if we be the make improvement, why the number not for the decrease, but the number they increase? And then a number they no more with they know of the village. If you say village like Usami Papa come up by my song, then they keep track. No, so it's more than 230 million right now. So I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being a realist. If we not do it, we'll offer do. If all hands not come on deck, and we not even get some really sobering discussions with the one that they do, then they to ask and say, so when you they have sex, it painful or they enjoy? Make just left and they let them think, and then we go see if then they not go cause something with them go say, you know what, this not talk, then they talk. So but we're again a money making industry, so I don't know. But I'll continue to pray and hope that it will stop.
Let me touch on that a little. So we also don't get declarations from SOE. So in terms of progress, we actually they see progress. By 2030, I don't know about that, but we actually they see progress in terms of, because there's always we don't drop down them tools, we don't renounce, say then don't end with the practice, because where we they interact with them one-on-one, we ask them some questions that we actually they touch them. Say, just like how Mrs. Cole say, yeah, where you they get sex, apart from sex sef, where they hold the blade, they cut that begin, where you kill them, how you they feel internally. Say you don't take a life, we're not a being in this world. So we having advocacy, constant interactions with the people and telling them the bad aspects, because some they tell you some nothing at school making they go up then be so is at school and not learn better and not know what thing that they do. So we actually sensitize them, and some we they see changes because so is then they don't declare.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you say so and the way that all, they don't decide for, because I be there again in a press conference where I know of that, they say certain so and they don't drop them tools, then they not go court again, they not go do that again. Because they acknowledge the fact, say it's violence. That's what they say. Whilst we have a certain group where they say it's culture, so the conversation will still continue. Is FGM culture? Is it violence? Is Bundu our identity? The conversation will continue until 2030 for UN in goal for eliminate FGM completely. This is our voice on Truth FM on 103.9, and I've been your host. My name is Nafisatu, Olayina, Deen, and today I get the pleasure for host Madam Effie Cole and Awanatu So. I want to say tata till next Tuesday.